Okay, so let's take a glance here at your safety lab. Your safety lab for week 2 is going to cover information regarding safety as well as your MSDS, just like in the notes. So here is page 1. Page 2 looks like this. Page 3 is going to have some reading assignment. And then after that, page 4, 5 are going to look like this with MSDS questions, okay? Here, there we go. So page 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You do not have to print the MSDS sheets. They look like this. You do not have to print them, okay? You just need to open it up so you can use it to answer the questions. So that's there as well. Let me go over a few things that you need to know. So you need to watch this video so that way you'll know what to do regarding your safety lab. Normally we do this every single year in chemistry, and it's just a rotation lab around the lab where you'll go from station to station. Now here, let's go ahead and start off with the first station, which will be for you, literacy reading station. Okay, there's 4 questions to go along with it. You need to answer the questions here. You need to submit this page. You need to submit page 2. You do not need to submit page 3, which is just a reading, but you do need to submit all of the MSDS questions as well. Okay, so let's start off back again with the literacy reading station. The literacy reading station looks like this. It just tells you here the directions. Carefully read through the laboratory safety reading. Answer the questions from the card 1 through 4. Well, if you were in the lab, you would have the reading there as well as the cards to answer the question. Here's the actual reading. This is already there. You have it, so you can print it out and do the reading. But you do not have the questions that go along with it. So let me go ahead and get the questions out. If you were at that station, you would open up the baggie and get the questions ready. So here are the questions. Question number 1. Question number, I'm trying to get them in order. Question number 1. Question number 2. I'm going to go ahead and move them. Again, this is why it's on a video, so that way you can go ahead and pause it and go back if you need to. Question 3 and question 4. Okay, question 3 and question 4. Alrighty there. I know I'm just showing them for a few moments, but please again pause the video and go back and rewind it so you can watch it regarding those questions. So that is your lab station that is called literacy reading station. Okay. Some of our labs actually are like this, where we actually go from station to station in the lab, answer questions or do whatever assignment it has. Since we're not there at the school, I will do the labs or have the labs there for you, so that way we can do that together. Next station is the evaluation station. So the evaluation station looks like this. There are 14 questions to answer. Let me move this out of the way. Here it is. So evaluation station. Evaluation here. The station requires that you have the background knowledge over lab equipment and laboratory safety. You feel confident in your answering your questions about the topics. Therefore, it is highly recommended that you complete several of the following stations prior to attempting this. If you would like to, you can go ahead, fast forward and go through the other stations and then come back here to this evaluation station. Here are the questions for the evaluation station. Let me see if I can get them in order for you first. Question number 1, 2, and 3. Again, pause it so that way you can answer the questions. All I need is your A, B, C, D. Moving on. Question 4, 5, and 6. Here it is. Pause it so you can answer the questions. Questions 7, 8, 9, and 10. Here they are. Pause it. And then the last for 11 through 14 looks like this. Pause it and answer the questions for this station in your lab. Let me go ahead and put this lab station back. If we get to come back for second semester, then our labs, we will have some labs that are like this that are station labs. I'm going back to your lab paper. The next part of it is observation station. Okay, so let me go ahead and find it. Here's the observation station. I pull everything out of the little sleeve, and let's go to the observation station. It says here, before you begin, make sure that you can find all of the following station materials. I have them all here in the Ziploc baggie for you. Okay, the vocabulary lab cards are number 1 through 12. The definition lab cards are O through Z. Illustration lab cards are A through L. It says here that there are 12 puzzle sets. Each set is made up of 3 pieces: a laboratory, a vocabulary word, a definition for that word, and a picture illustration for the word. Place the pictures together and then write down your final answers on your student sheet. I just saw that I'm actually at the wrong station. I'm so sorry. We're going to go ahead and do this station first, and then we'll come back to that observation station. My mess up. We're on organization station version A. Okay, so please come down here to your lab paper. All right, let's go ahead and do that. You can see that 1 through 12 are the equipment. You need to go ahead and put the correct letters for the definition, and then the correct letters that matches the pictures that are correctly. I'm so sorry. That's okay. Not a problem. Let's go ahead and open up the baggie. I'm going to kind of try to sort them a little bit. Again, you're going to need to pause it so that way you could answer the questions that go along with them. Okay, so all I can do here is try to get them all set up for you. And I will definitely set those up in, at least those in order. The rest, it's up to you to find in order. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Those are the definitions. Here are the pictures. Definition, definition, definitions. Okay, so let me start off here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay. So 1 through 12 is the same exact thing that is on your lab paper. Okay? So let me go ahead and get those set there. So there they are, 1 through 12. Again, we're on version A for the organization station. Here's the same 1 through 12 that you have here. It matches those 1 through 12. Okay? Now I'm going to go ahead and move those out of the way, because now you're trying to find the definition that matches with those words. And you don't need to have these words anymore because you have them on your lab paper, right? So let's move those out of the way. And we need to find the correct one that matches with it. Here is where you're going to need to definitely pause, right? So that way you can kind of see. You need to be able to read them. So you need to pause your video in just a moment once I kind of get them set up for you. You need to match those definitions with the correct equipment. So let me go ahead and zoom in over here a little bit better, so that way you can see which letter goes with the correct numbers. Okay? I'm going to move down a little bit so that way you can see all of them. And that's all of them. Okay? So that's the word, the definitions that go along with those words. Let me move this Z a little bit so that way you can just make sure that you can read everything nice and clearly. Again, pause your video for this section. Okay, so now I'm going to go ahead and move those out of the way. And if you were in lab class, you would be matching those up. And let's get to the last part. The last part is a picture. You need to put the correct letter here that matches the pictures with the equipment and definition. Okay, so let me go ahead and get those over here set up for you. I'm just putting them over here. You're going to need to pause the video in a moment so that way you can get the correct one. They're randomly put inside the baggie. So I don't even know what order they are, but you're the one who needs to get them in the correct order. That is your part of the lab. Let me scoot those a little bit better. Again, please, when we get to that point, make sure that you pause the video. So here they all are. Please pause the video so that way you can match those up. All right, I'm going to move that out the way. Oops, sorry. Here we go. Let me put these back inside the Ziploc baggie. If you were at the station, I would expect you to make sure that everything is back in the correct baggie or location. Don't leave a mess at the station before you leave it, right? If there was a big mess that was made or spilled, then please let me know so that way we can go ahead and get that cleaned up properly, right? Number one, we don't want to leave a mess for other people. Number two, you don't want to just clean it up and you don't know how it should be cleaned up, right? So I'm going to go ahead. Let's look at this one. Organization Station version B. We're going here, okay, on your lab paper. Organization Station version B is where we're at. So let's go ahead and read the directions. It says here, before you begin, make sure that you can find the following station materials. Well, I have those ready. Here they are in a Ziploc baggie for you. You've got three types. You have illustration cards, scenario cards, and safety rule cards. Please read each scenario card, determine the correct illustration card, as well as the appropriate safety rule that goes along with it. Please make sure that you know, look at this. Maybe more than one answer that can go here. So make sure you read all parts of your directions. You never know what's going to happen or what we've got. So illustration UV, let's see if I can find those illustration cards. Here they are. So those are my picture cards, right? So all you have is the word illustration. You don't actually even know what the picture looks like. So let's go ahead and get that here. Again, pause it so that way, and if you need to, rewind it so that way you can go back to it. And here. So we should have 6 of them. You should have 6 illustrations. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, snappers. Oh, here it is. Let me go ahead and put those in the correct order. They should be U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. So U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Oops. Okay, so now this matches up what's on your lab paper. I'm going to move it over so that way you can see them. Again, please pause it if you need to. Those are the correct illustrations in the correct order on your lab paper. U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. There they are. So now looking at those actual pictures, you need to match up the scenario as well as the safety rule. Don't forget, there may be more than one safety rule that goes along with those illustrations. I'm going to pull this back again. There we go. Let me move those out the way. And let me go to the scenarios. Let's see. All right, so that's those scenarios. There should be 6 of them. That matches up. Only one scenario is going to go with those pictures that you just saw. Oops, let me see if I can fix them a little bit better for you. So there they are. You need to match those with the pictures that you just saw. Again, right now, as of now, this is how we're going to have to do our labs, right? You're going to watch it on the video, and then you need to do that part on your paper. Please know that our labs are worth 75% of our average, so it's a big chunk. It's as much as a test grade. There are the scenarios. Moving those. Hopefully you paused the video. Let me go ahead and get the safety rules out. Again, it says that more than one safety rule can go there if need be. So please read all the safety rules. So that way, oops, there we go. There we go. I think they're all there. So that way you can hopefully read them fairly easily. Zoom in. Let me zoom in a little bit so that way you can read them. And let me scoot over so that way you can read those two as well. Again, pause it so that way you can answer the questions. Let me go ahead and move those out the way. So that was that station version B. Get everything picked up and put in the correct sleeve so that way nothing is lost. All right, we're still getting our labs done from home. Okay, observation station. Observation station. Now I'm back on the right track. So here's where we're going, back up here to this part. Let me get this out of the sleeve and let me read this. Before you begin, it says here, make sure that you can find the following station materials. First thing is you need station cards 1 through 4 and NFPA diamond. Okay, it's an unknown substance, meaning that they're not going to tell you what it is. Carefully read each of the task cards to help you move through this station. Skipping around will lead to confusion. So it says make sure you do them in order. The letters A through F are directions or information to help you. The numbers 1 through 5 are what you will answer on your student sheet. Here's your student sheet, 1 through 5. Okay? When you are finished, make sure that you put the task cards in order and return them back to where they belong, which I'll do that for you. All right, so let me go ahead and move this out the way, and let's get to those task cards. Here they are. They said let's do them in order. So card number 1. Don't forget, it said if it's a letter, those are directions to help you. I'm going to hold this here for a moment. You can pause it so that way if you need to. And then letter C says proceed to task card number 2. Task card 2. Here it is. Here's task card number 2. Don't forget, if it's a number, that's an actual question that you need to answer on your lab sheet. Your lab sheet, you need to either scan it or take a picture, but you need to upload it onto your Blackboard for your grade. Moving on to card 3. On your NFPA, color it says. You actually should better color it in the correct colors that they're supposed to be. That's the reason that you got colored pencils. And the last part, here we go. Using the unknown substance. Let's see. And here is the NFPA diamond. I'm trying to hold it back so that way you can see all of it. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm in the kitchen. There we go. I think that way you can see it. I'm going to go ahead and zoom in a little bit so that way you can see this part of it. And then let me go ahead and zoom in over here at this part. Again, hopefully you're pausing in between. Let me show you the middle of the diamond when you need to. All right. So that was the observation station. Let me go ahead and put the cards back in the Ziploc baggie so they don't get lost and they're completely usable again for next year for all the other students. Now, we're not done yet with our lab. All right. So that one's out of the way. The next one, if you go to page 2, it's called Technology Station. This station involves watching through videos. Do not speed or skip through the videos. Rewatch concepts if needed because you will need to answer questions from each of the videos. I went ahead and typed in the videos. Video 1, video 2, video 3. Watch video 1, answer the questions. Video 2, answer. Video 3, and answer. So that is the Technology Station. The Technology Station card looks like this. The station cards are in here. Oops. But exactly what it says is what I typed up over here on your paper. So you really don't need the cards. I typed it all up for you. Okay? So let's go ahead and move along. The literacy reading station was the station that you already have on page 3. Remember that reading sheet that you have, that you printed out? And you have those questions to go along with it. That is page 3 that you printed. Page 4 that you printed looks like this. MSDS station activity. So you're to read here, answer some basic general questions over MSDSs and over your diamond, right? So making sure that you can answer those questions from your diamond or your NFPA diamond. Now, number 1, MSDS number 2, number 3, they're numbered and they are attached to your blackboard there. You really don't have to print them out. Okay, you just need to use them, open them up and use them to answer the questions. But you don't have a clue which is which. So let me show you. Pay attention so that way you know who is MSDS 1. I don't want you to just start answering whatever. I have a certain order for them to go in. First one, MSDS 1 is calcium chloride. If you need to pause it, then pause it. Maybe you should go ahead and have a piece of paper on the side and you write calcium chloride number 1 or something. Okay? The next one, MSDS number 2 is hydrochloric acid solution 0.5 molars. All right? Next one, number 3. Again, you're on. This is the video, so you can pause it when you need to. Silver nitrate solution 1 molar. You have this MSDS. Use it so you can answer the questions. Next one, number 4. Number 4 is going to be sodium hydroxide solution. Sodium hydroxide solution. The next one, number 5. Number 5 is going to be sodium chloride solution. Sodium chloride. Continuing, number 6. If I'm going too fast on the video, that's why it's on a video, so you can pause it. Magnesium. Magnesium. Extremely flammable if it's next to fire. Next one, number 7. Sodium. Sodium, just sodium. Plain old sodium. The last one, number 8. Water. Yes, water is a compound, right? H2O. So it does have an MSDS sheet for it. I know it may sound a little silly, but because it's a compound, it's going to have an MSDS sheet. All right, so we went through all parts of our lab. You should have watched this video to help you go through it. You should be able to now answer all the questions on here and then submit all of the sheets. The only one that you are not to submit is the reading part, page 3. Everything else you need to scan or take a picture so that way I can grade it, all right? And again, your MSDS ones need to be in the correct number order that I have over here because that's how I'm going to grade it. I'm not going to sit there and search what you have here to see, oh, let me see which one matches it. No. Okay, I have too many students. They need to be in the correct order that I have. Other than that, if you have any questions, please let me know, right? Email me, text me. We will see each other on Teams. So let me know then, all right? But get your assignments done. Do not procrastinate and do not wait. It's going to become too much, okay, from all of your professors. All right, have a good day. Bye-bye.